Joining me now by phone is my colleague Lawrence O'Donnell, the host of MSNBC's The Last Word. Lawrence, thanks so much for kicking us off the 10 o'clock hour. What do you make of Trump's latest post? I mean, he's made a lot of claims and he's called for his supporters to protest other things in the past. We've read them, we've heard them. But is there something different about this particular post this morning?
Well, it actually, when we think about it, is consistent with the way Donald Trump has dealt with developments involving criminal investigations, beginning with the FBI search of Mar-a-Lago, which we found out about from Donald Trump. That's how we found out. There were absolutely no leaks from law enforcement. The FBI made it a point to not wear their FBI jackets there when they were, walking around Mar-a-Lago, so anybody somehow get a view of that would not know what was going on. And so this is going to be the Donald Trump method. We should get used to this, that he is going to be always the first to announce his prosecutions. That's going to be his method. I think his thought process is that it makes him look stronger, that he's the one who's out in front of it, instead of waiting for prosecutors to reveal what they're doing. And of course, he will always lie, and blame the news developments on so-called leaks from law enforcement. All of the leaks come from the Trump side, all of the leaks. And so, and the other part of it is this is a candidate whose rally sizes have been very disappointing and nothing like what he had before when he was in his first run for president and in his second run for president, for that matter. And so this is the most desperate attempt in history by an American politician to increase the size of his rally audiences. But this thing is completely out of his control, and I think that's why he tries to make it look like something that he is controlling by announcing it first.
Well, Lawrence, and to your point about his rally sizes, in this particular post on Truth Social, he is asking for his followers to protest and to take back their nation, is what is the language he's using. Do you think because he is in control of these things, he knows exactly what he's calling for when he's asking for his followers to protest?
Yeah, but he knows he has a challenge. He knows that the place where he is least popular on the planet is his hometown, and Manhattan in particular. And so, he's not going to get what he might want in terms of protest in a place like New York City. Where does he want this protest? Does he want it in Florida? Does he want it around his house? Where does he want it? And where is it going to be in any way helpful? So it's a desperate cry. There are 40,000. I'm going to say that number again. 40,000 New York City police officers waiting to welcome any protesters who want to try to somehow register their protest about this or get in the way of this process in Manhattan. This is something that is beyond the scope of what Donald Trump knows how to deal with, and so you're seeing an absolutely desperate attempt to deal with it this way today.
And that desperation is coming out on Truth Social, Lawrence. But just yesterday, YouTube reinstated Donald Trump's account, which means he's now back on all major social media platforms, including Twitter and Facebook. You and I both know content moderation isn't exactly, very good these days when it comes to some of these social media platforms. Now, granted, this post, again, was on his own platform, but should those other companies maybe rethink the move to reinstate him, to give him access to millions of Americans, considering what he put on Truth Social this morning?
Well, he's going to have that access now as much as he ever has, because everything he is saying now on his own, media site is newsworthy. I mean, we haven't normally been carrying, here's what Trump says on his crazy website every day. In fact, we normally ignore more than 99% of it. But now that he's entered the prosecution zone, pretty much everything he's going to say there will be relevant to what we're covering. And so it will get a tremendous amount of attention, no matter who's, which online services are carrying it.
And therein lies the tension there. MSNBC's Lawrence O'Donnell, I want to thank you, my friend, for joining us this morning and getting us started. I appreciate it.